Hello again. Today's work was a slow, hard, sopping wet slog in the rain, and I'm pretty sure I've had less fun in my life, but at the moment I struggle to remember what it could be that could be less fun than what today's work was like. Anyways, I accomplished two things today, not a whole lot. I got the weir set, the negative edge weir, perfectly level, which I'll explain more of in a second. And I dug out one more shallow planting pocket on the near side of the pond. All right, hey friends, I'm out here in some awful weather, working in the mud and rain, standing behind the cistern here. There's a house, there's a pond. Show you what I'm working on today. I'm building, before I can start setting rocks and building waterfalls, I need to make sure I've got a perfectly level weir from the pond into the cistern. And I want my water coming over this weir to be as thin as possible while still having, cool looking waterfalls. So what I did is I've got a composite board here, a piece of, PVC wood composite decking. It won't sit on the gravel here or on the dirt. I'll cover it, wrap it in fabric. Perfectly level, cut 12 feet long. I've given myself a 12-foot wide weir. Now, if I use that entire space as a waterfall, just this flat thing dumping in here, that would be extremely thin water. You probably wouldn't even be able to see it. And the benefit of that would be that if the power ever goes off, the cistern can be totally full almost, and with the water coming over, out of the wetland filter and out of the pond and into here, because these are all be higher elevations than this, there will be still room in the cistern to capture it. Whereas, if you have really thick water or a really thin weir or whatever, you've got to have a lot of space down below here empty, so that if you need to turn the pumps off, or if the power goes out, all this water rushing over before it all levels out can be captured in here without just flooding the area and overflowing everywhere. All that to say, do I have enough flow to make a 12-foot wide waterfall? No, I don't. Not even anywhere close. Maybe more like I probably got 3 to 4 feet of really, really good gushing waterfalls. Maybe, we'll see. But what this allows me to do is I'll take this board out and I'll put the fabric back down, and then I think I'll probably place this over the fabric, and then I'll have the cistern liner will go over that, the bib liner in the cistern will go over that, and then the pond liner will fold down over that again. Just like roofing, roofing sheet, the way you roof a house where the water runs downhill, so you lap things, so the water runs down without hitting a groove. I'll have this whole space to construct different waterfalls, and I can build false areas in here to build up, so I can bring stuff in this way or in this way with bib liners out over this space. It just gives me a lot of goof room, so I can build a waterfall wherever I want. If I don't like it, I can move it, and what I'll end up doing is just on top of this, where I have this flat area on top of this, I'll use rocks to dam up areas to direct the water where I want it to go, and using roofing caulk and pond foam and whatnot, black landscaping foam, to dam up the areas where I don't want water coming over, to construct exactly the waterfalls that I do want. And if I ever want to change them, I can move rocks around without having to change any of the earthwork down here. So my water will get thicker, and I'll only use up maybe 4 feet max probably of this 12-foot area. But this allows me a lot of future adjustability, since I'm really unsure of myself as a waterfall builder. It's hard for me to imagine it ahead of time and know exactly how it's going to turn out. I gave myself all of this space so that I can make adjustments and have a perfectly level weir, so that if I need to change something in the future, I can just move stuff around, move waterfalls if I need to. Oh, and I cut the pump vault down so it's not sticking out like a sore thumb anymore. So I guess I got 3 things done today. Hooray!